Hey, good to see everyone. Really big week for us, exciting week. Really excited to go play Troy tomorrow. There's a lot of Alabama fans down in the southeast portion of the state, and I think it's important when you're the flagship university in the state that we try to get out to different parts of the state so that our fans in those areas have easier access to us. So excited to get down there, and obviously the forecast doesn't look great, but we're anxious to play. We need to keep playing. We're getting better. We're making some very good strides, and Brock and Sam will probably roll their eyes. I say this all the time: you get better at baseball by playing baseball. I'm not sure that we need more time in the bullpen or in the batting cage. We just got to continue to get better at winning the game and playing the game, and hopefully we'll be able to do that tomorrow. And obviously, everybody's excited about SEC play starting this weekend, and I'll be honest, I'm excited as well. We need to take care of business tomorrow night and take another step forward before we get into that. But just so excited to have a tremendous challenge of going to Fayetteville and playing the #1 team in the country. We're taking a really inexperienced team out there. Whoever we play on Friday, there's a very good chance that 7 of the 9 position players in the lineup are guys that have never played in an SEC game. We've only have 2 pitchers that have ever started an SEC game, and one of them is Will Freeman, who's scheduled to pitch tomorrow night. And depending on how deep he goes, it may not even be available till the back end of the weekend, if at all. So we're taking an inexperienced group out there, but I really like our club. I've said that from day one. I still do. Again, tremendous challenge going to Arkansas. Robert Moore and Christian Franklin are 2 really dynamic players that hit at the top of their order and really make them go. A lot of power stuff, a lot of velocity up and down their pitching staff, and they play elite defense. Clearly by far the best defensive team in our league. And Baum Stadium's a really neat place to play. Dave Van Horn is a great coach. They'll be very well coached, and but I like our club. Our kids are quietly confident. I can't wait to go see how we measure up, and the biggest thing I'm looking for is that we stay aggressive. We're going to make mistakes and we're going to play young, but just really hopeful that we'll go out there and try to throw the first punch and stay aggressive. And our team, we believe in ourselves, we believe in each other, and really excited about the challenge.
Go ahead, Charlie.
Yeah, Coach, just talking about this weekend, what's the latest on Connor Prelip and where things stand with him?
Yeah, Connor's still, he's making some progress, but it's just been slower than we thought initially. So he will not pitch this weekend. And, I hate to put a timetable on it, just, until he's on the mound and throwing full speed, you just don't know how he's going to progress. But you won't see him for at least a couple more weeks.
Anybody else with a question? I don't see any hands raised right now. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach, after the errors we saw in Friday's game, how proud of you are of the Crimson Tide of playing some clean baseball games Saturday, Sunday? It really took care of things, especially in the infield.
Oh, it was huge. As the competition gets better, you can't give the other team extra outs. 27 outs hard enough to get when you play a good team. You don't need to be trying to get 29 or 30. We're going to be fine defensively. I'm not sure it's going to be a strength of this club, but we should be fine. And I'll say this after talking to Stetson's coach. Steve and I both, we had a very abnormal amount of moisture on the field Friday night. I don't know if what the barometer said or the humidity or whatever, but JJ walking out to the mound to talk to the pitchers, the balls that they were throwing in from off the field, there was just an unbelievable amount of moisture. So, it made me feel better about the throwing stuff. Typically Zane Denton and Jim Jarvis are pretty accurate throwers. So, we still, no matter how much moisture is on the ground, we need to catch fly balls and pop-ups. But yes, I was very glad to see us defend the field at a much higher level Saturday and Sunday. Caden Rhodes made those 2 diving catches in center field, and that's just like getting 2 hits in my mind, taking 2 hits away. So we need to continue to progress there, but I was really glad to see some good defense. the back half of the weekend.
Go ahead, James.
Yeah, this one's for Sam. You've got a big catching matchup coming up this upcoming weekend. You and Opitz, of course, two of the best catchers in the SEC. So is there any kind of extra flair or anything going in, wanting to throw somebody out at second or show your worth behind the plate when you go up against another great catcher?
Honestly, not really. And, I know Casey Opitz is a great catcher, and I'm really looking forward to playing Arkansas, but I'm not really thinking about it as like a personal matchup. We're really just trying to go there and win a series, to be honest with you.
All right, go ahead. Anybody who's got a question next?
Coach, hi. Last week after the Stetson loss, you said that this was an immature team, and I know you didn't mean that in a negative way. You probably more meant like an inexperienced team. How does a series against one of the best teams, if not the best team in the conference in Arkansas, how does that go to kind of help those inexperienced problems? And is having Arkansas as the first SEC series a good start to the season to where you can kind of see how you measure up to the rest of the competition?
Joey, I've said from day one that I love our team. I love our players. We have great kids from great families. And I mean all of that, but we are very immature. And what I mean by that is just we're not up and down the roster and the lineup. We need to get better at controlling our emotions. We need to get better at focusing at a really high level for an extended period of time. We have the defensive lapses. We give up the 3 or 4 run inning when we should be able to keep it to 1 run. We just give at bats away in the middle of the game. And that's what young players do. And we're doing everything we can to speed up that maturation process. So I'm just talking about how we play the game and on the field stuff. We've got really high character kids. I'm just so proud of the culture of our program. But, when you get on the field in the game, we've got to play with more maturity, and we're talking about mental maturity, so which can lead to physical, immaturity. But so that's kind of what I mean by that. But I'll be about the only thing I'll be disappointed with this weekend, regardless of how the games go, is if we come out tentative. We got a good team, man, and I'm so jacked to play. I said this yesterday. I hate it that Arkansas lost yesterday. I'm glad they're still number 1 in one of the polls. I wish they were undefeated. This is why you're in this league. You want to coach with and against the best players and the best teams. And I want to go out there and throw our best punch and see what happens. And I believe in our group. We're not intimidated. I still think there's a lot of people in the college baseball community that they don't care that we're 30-4 in our last 34 games. They want to see us do it in league play. Well, here you go, man. You go out there and you win 2 out of 3, then, hey, that means something. You can't say going into Arkansas and winning a series doesn't mean anything. You can't say that. So, so I just hope we're not tentative and feeling for the game and go for it. Go out there and be aggressive. Go for it. And, we can go out there and sweep Arkansas and not make the SEC tournament, or we can go out there and get swept and win a regional, so it's kind of like playing with house money in my mind. So with all that being said, I hope that we play really well and win some games, but really not even too worried about the result. Let's just go out there and be aggressive and go for it.
Thank you.
Go ahead with your next question.
Yeah. Hey, Brock, how you feeling about all your guys in the bullpen? They got some really big outs and big moments over this past weekend.
Oh yeah, our bullpen is stacked this year. We've got so many options, and they're all either we can throw Chase out there, Landon out there. Jake McNary's been doing really well. So we're stacked, and it's been the best year since I've been here in the bullpen, and even on our starting aspect of things. I don't know that we've had this many starters, and there's people that aren't even starting that could start that could probably just hold it up just as well. So it's been awesome to watch and be a part of.
Then I'll ask Sam kind of the same thing with the bullpen, and then also with Dylan Smith when he's in a groove, getting all those strikeouts. So what's it like for you when you're putting the signals down and seeing everything come in?
He makes my job really easy. When he's going like that and he's throwing and he's got a feel for every one of his pitches. It's really a lot of fun to be back there. It's like I said, he makes it really easy. So it makes it a lot of fun to have a guy like that who has as much stuff as Dylan Smith does, and as much feel for his pitches that he does. It makes it a lot of fun to be back there to catch him.
Anybody got anything else? All right, Coach Bo, you got anything you want to add before we're done?
Hey, Brock, is there any correlation between us pitching so well out of the bullpen this weekend and you not pitching?
I hope not.
I'm kidding.
I sure hope not.
So, let's win some baseball games and some basketball games this week and weekend. How about that, guys?
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, appreciate you all.